This detective was investigating a murder case where all the evidence pointed to only one person. Albert. When Albert came to throw away his trash, the detective saw him wandering around a car and began questioning him about it. Albert gave him a warning, so the detective pretended to leave. However, as soon as Albert threw his trash into the bin, the detective immediately picked it up and started examining it. Inside the garbage, he found a leftover slice of pizza, which he then brought to the laboratory's agencies. There, a woman noticed that the bite marks on the pizza were identical to the ones found on the victim's body. The detective's suspicions grew stronger because behind Albert's workshop, there was a roast beef restaurant, the same kind of food the victim had eaten before dying, and that was also found in his stomach during the autopsy. The next morning, the detective kept a close eye on Albert, following him everywhere he went. While tailing him on the highway, Albert calmly pulled his car over and turned into a narrow alley. Moments later, the detective received a phone call about another murder that had just occurred on the highway, which made his suspicions even stronger. Albert was then summoned to the police station to be interrogated about the incident. There was also a young woman named Tina, who happened to be there to report a case. She stared sharply at Albert. During the interrogation, Albert answered every question calmly and even shared some of his personal thoughts. For example, he said he loved reading crime novels. Albert was then shown photos of all the victims, but he firmly denied committing any of the murders. His attitude made the detective furious, and he almost forced a confession out of Albert through violence, but his colleagues stopped him. At that moment, Tina, the girl who had come earlier to file a report, was shown several photos by Jimmy to identify her stalker. Without hesitation, Tina immediately pointed to Albert. The next part of the story can be seen in the movie The Little Things, 2021.